Is anybody here?
A job extension. The Xth form.
You!
It looks like you were able to recover the connection between the epitaph and your consciousness.
What's the Xth form? Zelkova, are you the one who hacked my PC?
Yep. But the power source driving it comes directly from your epitaph's power, your force of will. All I did was mess around with its connection a little bit.
You're Zelkova, right? For real?
Yep.
What's Moontree's guildmaster doing in a den of hackers?
Well, you see, this is sort of my home. Haseo, can you remember how it is you ended up here in the net slum?
Ovan started the rebirth.
Yes, and the aftershock of that program blew you into this parallel version of the world, also known as the net slum. And a force strong enough to damage your consciousness and PC body has enveloped the entire network.
Yeah, I almost lost my soul back there too. Zelkova, just who exactly are you? How do you know all this?
Zelkova is a resident of the net slum.
Yada! Haseo!
Haseo! Haseo!
Kun! Pai! Adelie! You're all okay!
We were gonna say the same thing to you. You know, you really had us worried, you punk.
Endurance and Sakubo are in net slum as well. The aftershocks from the rebirth blew us all apart, but somehow Zelkova gathered us back together again.
Yada, you knew all about this net slum place?
Oh yeah, Yata's quite the celebrity to pretty much everyone here.
That was a long time ago.
Ovan. He was looking for some way to save his comatose sister. In the end, Ovan destroyed himself. For her.
Well, about Ovan.
Wait. All of us made it out of this in one piece. That should be enough for now.
By the way, Haseo, you look different.
Zelkova, did you experiment on an epitaph user's PC?
The Xth form is an illegal power created from the fusion of the epitaph and the user's PC.
Power? Who needs power now?
Your battle with Ovan is over. But the seeds of danger haven't vanished from the world. Far from it.
What? What do you mean?
Don't worry, just put your mind at ease, Haseo. After all, you really could use some rest. Haseo?
What's going on? What's going on with the world? With the net? With everything?
I don't know.
Haseo!
Huh?
Haseo! You too, Adley! What could it be? Come on, Haseo, let's go!
What the?
Whoa! The town!
Will right around here be okay?
Yes, thank you.
Yata, who are you talking to?
I've been here the whole time.
He's Tartarga, the ship itself.
That's crazy.
He's an old friend.
Haseo. Haseo, you now possess the power to resist the seeds of danger in this world. However, at present, you cannot activate your power completely.
What do you mean?
Well, I totally trust in what you can do now. So think things over with your friends, and let's just keep on going. I'll help you out if I can. So don't hesitate to call me if you need me.
I'm not quite sure how much help he'll be, but I believe I can be of help if you need to raise your level. And in accordance with Lord Zelkova's wishes, I will fight alongside you. Please, take this.
It looks like we'll be arriving soon.
The activation of the rebirth caused network problems in the real world on a global scale. Finance, communication, transportation, the media, all aspects of life were affected. The third network crisis. Yeah, that's what society called it. But in the midst of all that, the world became peaceful again. Since the rebirth activation, there hasn't been a single report of any Ida phenomena anywhere. Ovan, did you get everything you wanted? The lost ones are gradually returning to normal in the real world. But Shino... Yada.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yada, what did you mean by what you said in that email?
Look below you.
Huh? What the?
You guys have been missing all the dialogue at this point. I'm so sorry about that.
Was there no
We've
audio?
been muted
Oh shit.
in OBS. My bad. It's okay, you didn't miss any jokes. I see you. Alright. Well, that's cute.
See it?
Yada, what is that?
I've found several areas in the world exhibiting the same phenomenon.
Eyes?
Furthermore, this is something completely different from the Ida phenomenon.
It's not Ida? Then what is it?
I believe it is an anti-existence.
Anti-existence?
The AE phenomenon.
Do you remember Fidel's prophecy, Haseo?
Prophecy.
I mean, the prophecy of the game
If
that I
this
just don't.
is the
I just
giant
play.
shadow, then this is the anti-existence of rebirth.
Anti-existence?
It is the shadow of the Morgana factor. In other words, of we epitaph users. Use of a power that was not meant to exist created anomalies in the data.
Mm-hmm.
And the light of the rebirth created this as its shadow. Yes. Its name is Kubia.
Kubia?
Kubia was the giant Reaper thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How is it an anti-existence if it's part of Morgana?
The bitter legacy left to us by Ovan.
Trying to remember how it works.
If the effects
Because
resulting
it's
from
back
the
to the
rebirth
how
were spread
Kubia
throughout
functioned
the
in the
entire
original,
network,
because Kubia was supposed to stop
then
the cursed
Kubia
wave.
will also spread,
Okay.
not just throughout the world, but the entire network as well.
But we had to fight Kubia.
The
Yeah.
true
we died.
destruction is now
I
beginning.
think we died.
The
You might
true
have died.
apocalypse.
Wait a minute, what about Alcade? And Shino? Their consciousnesses are probably still in the world.
Kubia
I
probably
will
hated
take responsibility for what I've done in the past. Once, 7 years ago, when the world and the real world were in danger, I was indeed on the battlefield.
Yes, you were.
"7 years ago. You mean the second network crisis?
The anti-existence Kubia was present then as well.
You mean this monster's shown up before?
Ovan eliminated Ida at the cost of his life.
Mm.
He cured the lost ones and protected the world. Now, let me protect it with my life as well. Surely that would fulfill his dying wish.
Not sure how that works, but okay.
Looks like you're finally saying what you mean.
I will not allow the world to be destroyed.
Which world? This world or that world?
Both.
Okay. We didn't have Yada's member address?
Yeah, because now we can put him in our
Alcade
party.
and Shino's consciousnesses
We didn't have it
are
before?
still
Surprisingly,
wandering
no.
in the world. They won't be destroyed. I'll protect them with my life.
Pretty sure if you're going to invite somebody to a guild, you'd give them your member address. Especially if you're the leadership of that guild.
You'd think. But Ovan didn't.
guess not.
I mean, Yada didn't think that.
Okay, and unfortunately, nobody actually heard our dialogue
Oh, no.
for the emails, so don't worry about reading them. But you have learned the level 3 arts.
Yeah, just for my weapons.
Yay! Okay, so let's go ahead and check the emails. Ina?
I
Okay.
know. I'm waiting for you in front of the Beast Temple at Sigma.
Sigma Incense Worlds build up!
You know who I am, don't you?
Ina,
Okay.
Ovan's little sister? So she's woken up. That's good. She's at Sigma Incensed World's Buildup.
More quests. CC Corp's management has sensed Kubia's presence and have fallen into turmoil. 7 years ago, the Pluto again incident, when the second network crisis began again, Kubia was there as well. I believe the true finale, the true third network crisis, will begin when Kubia becomes active.
Shino and Alcade's consciousnesses are still wandering lost in the world. We've got to put a
And then we
stop
find
to
out
this
they just
network
went on
crisis
YouTube
right
for
away.
forever. Oh, sorry, I've been spending like the last 2 weeks watching cat videos.
Was that what the flower meant? I didn't know any of that, so thanks for telling me. I guess I had it wrong somehow. I thought Bo would be fine on his own, but you're right. That's not all Sakubo is. But Sakubo is the two of us together. That settles it. I'm not going to vanish. I'm going to look after Bo, always and always. I'm staying here just for Bo.
It looks like he got through to her. Saku, Bo,
Here's hoping Saku's
I'm
dating
happy for
life
you
is not
both.
affected by this. However it goes. Because I could totally see Bo basically becoming the Bumblebee in the relationship, if that makes sense.
Not really, but okay.
Well, you remember Bumblebee in Transformers? How he was like constantly getting in the way and all that shit with both Megan Fox and the
Oh yeah,
Matrix.
yeah.
Yeah.
let's go to Sigma Incensed World's buildup to meet Ovan's little sister, Aina.
Yeah, we know what her name is. Anime tends to repeat terms a lot.
Yeah.
Just saying. So let me go over this situation just to get your opinion on it, Alex.
Okay.
So, Street Fighter 6 launched, I believe, this week. It was either Street Fighter 6 or it was Diablo 4.
Right.
But games journalists, collectively, all had a conniption fit. Why? Because they also announced the first costume pack for DLC for Street Fighter 6.
Okay.
And it's basically what everybody thought it was going to be. It is the classic costumes pack.
All right.
So at that point, like where all of the original Street Fighter characters now have new outfits, new looks, all of that, this brings back the original way that they look. And here's the thing: when Street Fighter 6 was announcing characters, a lot of original characters got basically an image rework.
Right.
So like Ryu looks very different than he has in previous games. Ken also, you know, I've been making the joke he's hobo Ken because he just looks like a hobo now. And funniest thing, when you put his original gi back on, he looks kind of good. Well, Cammy also had a rework where basically she's the character. You know who Cammy is, don't you?
I think so.
Cammy's the blonde one with the big braid that has like the leotard on.
Right.
From Britain.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's an MI7 agent. She was one of the biggest reworks because they basically decided to put her in a yoga outfit and a leather jacket. Okay?
Right.
So, not a big deal, right?
Right.
Some people found the leotard to be somewhat offensive in the same way of Chun-Li. It's objectifying characters, etc.,
Uh-huh.
right?
Right.
Well, guess who also got her classic costume back?
Chun-Li?
Cammy did.
Cammy, okay.
Cammy did.
So she
and it just so happens...
So it's the leotard again?
It's the leotard again.
Okay.
Which I already predicted was going to happen. Because classic costumes are like the initial DLC costume idea. They always come back.
Right.
Well, now game journalists are up in a tizzy because they brought the leotard back, so they're, quote, objectifying Cammy. And also, Capcom, in order to virtue signal, created their own problems. So, as soon as you're done with this fight, I'm going to have you look at this. And I'll post this up on the Discord for people to be able to see. Capcom basically worked themselves into...
Right.
There you go.
Dust bullet!
You killed that Cheshire Cat.
Chaotic strike!
It literally cat and Alice in Wonderland with a helmet on.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, I just barely noticed. Seo's portrait changed.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is an idle animation for Cammy in Street Fighter 6.
Okay. So she's stretching, right?
Yes, innocuously stretching.
Right.
So now you can have that stretch in this.
Oh, nice.
And so, of course, where games journalists were applauding the new appearance of Cammy, they're now like, no, don't objectify her again! How dare you! Nobody buys Street Fighter 6 even though we give it a good review for it! It's almost like I predicted it was going to happen. That all of these reworks were eventually going to get classic costume DLC, and now games journalists can suck it because people are still going to use the leotard because they just like the classic Cammy look.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and in case I haven't mentioned this to you, so not only has Street Fighter adopted breast jiggle physics like most gaming companies have now,
Right.
they have also added, because of the RE engine, butt jiggle physics.
Wow.
So, even though they were saying that this yoga outfit was not sexualizing Cammy at all, do one kick and you'll see that they're absolutely full of shit. I don't care about Cammy. Alright? Cammy, Chun-Li,
tough guys, bring it on!
they are both badasses in Street Fighter 6. Alright? And frankly, I would actually dare say that if you want your strong independent women who are confident are going to wear stuff like that. Why? Because they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Because it makes them feel good because they are seen as attractive. Or, in the case of Cammy, maybe it's just easier for her to do her job. I will tell you what I do have a problem with is while you guys were screaming about Cammy, you completely forgot the 14-year-old girl who's wearing fucking booty shorts! And actually, she was one that also got a DLC costume, and it's more tasteful to her age because she's 14. And people were like, how dare you deprive her of her sexuality?
I know, you'll never win. That's why it's
Hey, gaming journalists, have you realized yet why we just don't take you seriously anymore? Because nothing's ever good enough.
Yeah.
And frankly, I still think that you've given out reviews to games this year that have not deserved what you've given them. And you will continue to do so, because you're going to continue to be paid by the highest bidder. So, yeah, this is why we don't take you seriously anymore. And why, I hate to say this, but games journalism is done. At least in the publication format. I think in more cases it's just evolving into the YouTube space. Which is fine, because the content creators that are out there, aside from a few, are great. And frankly, they cover more news than you ever did in your articles. But that's just my opinion. But even more importantly, so this also sparked another debate, which is because while they've been advertising Street Fighter 6 and all that, they've also been gearing things up for the Capcom Pro Tour.
Right.
Which is basically a tour of Street Fighter 6 tournaments that we will be having over the year, and ultimately we'll have big ones that will have big prize pools and all of that, including EVO, which Sony now owns. And it just so happens that this sparked a debate as to whether or not, quote, sexy costumes should be allowed in fighting game tournaments.
Oh, wow.
So this is not an old, this is not a new debate. Believe it or not, this was happening quite a bit in the Dead or Alive community.
It's Dead or Alive. I think you're in...
Well, here's the thing. You know of Dead or Alive extremely well.
Yeah.
and so you have the that, right?
Yeah.
But Dead or Alive started as a fighting game.
Yeah, I know it's a fighter game, but
Yes.
I also know it's a fighting game with cute girls in it.
Yes, with cute girls in sexy costumes.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, when Dead or Alive 5, what the most recent one was happening, and tournaments were happening for it, there was an active movement to ban, quote, sexy costumes on these characters, as it gave their opponents as it gave their players unfair advantages.
What? I want to know the
Shit
logic.
you not. The justification was that you would pick the sexy costume in order to distract your opponent so you could exploit them.
And you're not a very good fighter, I guess. Not a good player, I mean.
That's beside the point, right?
You're Haseo, aren't you?
Love Ina, she's so cute.
And you?
But she's not in fucking booty shorts.
She's in a good Lolita dress.
She is
I'm
very
Ina.
well dressed. I'm very happy about that.
I guess you finally woke up.
Also, I guess somebody said she was like Lolly as F, and I don't know if I agree.
I was asleep for quite a long time.
Oh, I love Lolita fashion. I think it's really pretty.
I just don't know if I'd call her Lolly, though. I don't think she really fits the Lolly
How do you know who
aesthetic.
I am?
Maybe not Lolly, but the dress is very like Lolita-esque, you know, gothic Lolita.
I thought you were unconscious
Yeah,
when
but-
Ovan and I first met each other.
Well, the reason I'm not calling it Lolly is because she doesn't fit the body aesthetic for it. So, at this point, it's just
I
like...
was
regular
unconscious in the
girl.
real world. But I have memories of the world.
But I could hear my brother farting in my room.
Oh, James.
They are my brother's memories.
Ovan's?
Why do you have your brother's memories?
Oh
My
no.
sleeping consciousness would sometimes connect with the Ida in my brother's left arm.
Oh no.
Oh, this is going down a
I
very
saw faint
hentai
visions of
world.
what was happening.
Right, very hentai path.
You could make this really dirty if you
I were
want.
dreaming.
I think we already have.
Because you'd become one with Ida?
Stop it, Aseo! Stop it! Stop it! Well, now we're
So that's
demonetized.
why I was with my brother. Always with him.
Stop it! Alex has created a problem for me.
That's good.
I blame you. You got me started with all those moist titles.
Ovan's greatest hope was to bring you back to
I will take the
consciousness.
blame then.
I'm sure he'd be...
Good.
Huh?
Hell no! My brother was a cock blocker. Even I knew it.
And he never got me that coffee.
He got me way too much coffee. I wanted tea.
My brother is comatose, wavering between life and death.
And it's his damn fault.
I see. Since he was
I
at
mean, am
ground
I
zero
wrong?
of the rebirth,
Oh.
I'm sure that Ovan suffered much deeper damage than the rest of us. So he's in a coma.
Haseo, I was wondering, do you remember when you first met my brother? My brother saved you, remember? He guided you and helped you!
And he cock blocked me.
So I
He
don't
did that plenty of
understand.
times.
Why didn't you save him?
Because even the anime hero has problems saving everybody. Hey, look, she's like an 8-year-old girl who doesn't understand how real life works.
Yeah, 'cause she is an 8-year-old girl.
Except she's not a twat.
No.
That would be the other guy.
What the?
This isn't twat behavior, this is
What the
understandable.
hell was
behavior.
that tremor? Was that because of Kubia's presence? Let's go to Raven's at home.
Okay, we are actually running low on time.
That's cool.
Are we going to be able to finish this up? Or?
We could do it next time.
Okay, let's do that, because it sounds to me like the Kubia event is starting.
Yeah.
And therefore, we have our climax
Yeah.
about to happen.
Plus, I'm sure I'm gonna want to grind a little more too, because we are moving into final boss territory soon.
Yes, so at that point, thank you guys so much for joining us for Drak Channel Live. I promise we will get more regular. It's gonna happen. Now that we're in the summer, things will start to calm down a little bit. But hopefully we will be back next Saturday for Drak Channel Live. Getting back in Andrea, hopefully, if we're not too tired, we'll be taking on God of War Ragnarok. So you guys can look forward to that soon, as well as you can check out all the other podcasts that we're doing, including the Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast we're doing for all the Battle City duels. Holy shit. It's actually fun. We're having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
So until then, guys, we will see you next time. Take care.